This is my video review of Vicki Killingsworth's Airbnb property in SeaTac, Washington. This is my experience of facing false accusation and racial bias and racial gaslighting. The host left a review on me without stating how we got to this issue between us in the first place. This all started because a guest there did something to his cat to cause his cat to scream out in pain, and I responded to him. I asked him to please not harm his cat, and then I told him I would be reporting him to the host. Nowhere at all did the words ever come out of my mouth that I would be recording him. So I'm making this video to back up my words on the review that I left for the host. I don't make false accusations. I follow the laws. And one of the laws here in the state of Washington is wiretapping laws and how it's a two-party consent state. Please refer to Google to learn more. So let's dive into this review. Okay, popping up here is how this issue between me and the host started. Like I said, by reaching out to a man who said that he scruffed his cat because the cat knocked down a potted plant. I said, sir, I have two cats. I scruff them all the time and they don't scream out in pain like your cat did. So here's our correspondence. Also, as you can see here, which the host didn't like me bringing up, is clear violation of the Airbnb policy about pet fees. Airbnb is very clear that it's a one-time pet fee no matter the number of pets. You don't get to make a pet policy per pet. Yet here is Vicki, the host, saying just that. So she asked me about the continued issue with the guest that I confronted about harming his cat. Please feel free to pause at any time to read this. Then there's the accusation that I was supposedly breaking the wiretapping laws of the state by Vicki's statement. And once again, the host concerned about people's mental health issues, as you can see about her statements about this long-term guest. So now we're moving along to the other long-term guest that stated she recorded me recording the other guest who I confronted, which would have been a miracle because she was not on property at that time because she was at work. And this other guest was also concerned about the cat. And yet all of a sudden, it was this person that said to him, "You know how these people are." So I'm going to click on the images here. Come on, focus. So this text is from the other guest, and this is me. So again, the guest and me. So this last text screenshot I'm going to show is because of, like I stated to Vicki, that you have probably read because you're watching the video, was when I was upset that he left the back door all the way open. And when I was coming back in to give my cats fresh fruit and water, my female ran between my legs and was outside the door. So like I said, I stated out loud, "Damn, he left the door open," and he overheard me. And then he goes and slams the door, and this wakes up this other long-term guest. And this is my response to her being disturbed. I've been nothing but nice to this other guest, honest to her fault, generous to both her and her cat. The guest and I shared a Lyft ride to a weed dispensary. The Lyft was under my name. She gave me a $20 bill to pay for her half. Being the honest person that I am, when we got back to the property, I gave her her change. So this is us talking about how we're going to get ready to go. Again, her words are right here in gray. Record and move the finger at the same time. I didn't know Lyft charged for wait time. So while she was in the dispensary trying to pull a sticker off of her vape pen that she bought, I was charged an extra $6 wait time. That's $1 a minute. This is discussed in the text. This was the price before I was texted again about the final bill with the wait time. I'm just a goofy person, so I was just making it no big deal. See? Me showing her the proof. Sorry, I don't know why it's not focusing. And I was kind enough to tell her that it's okay about the wait fee. So that's the end of that conversation. You can go back and pause it and read it at your own leisure. So this is the woman who I was honest with and fair with that claimed to tell the other person, you know how those people are. Now let's continue with the host. After I expressed myself, this is Naveena. Naveena, you want to say hi? She's like, no. That I dealt with this experience. This is the response from the host after I shared my experience that I had with the other guest. Telling me I'm playing the race card. Sorry, my hands are shaking. I'm trying to make it a little bit bigger. What's funny is she did a lot of projection before she left a review about me. This is what she's telling me, threatening me about my review, saying that if I tell my true experience, this is what's going to happen. Then she wants to go about bragging about how much money she's made for Airbnb and how they're probably going to believe her over me. So this is my review of staying at that property in SeaTac. That a simple issue of somebody speaking up about Airbnb policies that you can seek on your own that state no harm against other people or animals. That trying to coerce or threaten a review in your favor is not accepted by Airbnb. That's going against their policies. So you can search this through the app or you can reach out to Airbnb telling people there's a pet fee for each pet is against Airbnb policies. She got upset when I was bringing this to the attention of other guests at the property. If a host would like us to follow their house rules and follow the policies of Airbnb, why is it not okay for the guest to expect the same out of the host? So I said what I said, and I have the evidence out. And what's really disgusting as being a woman that deals with what she has to deal with, this is not a good time I'm recording. I also have to show everybody when she was practicing in ableism against me.